Hi there. Have you had a chance to make any changes on your LinkedIn profile yet? I know it can be a little bit overwhelming, and if you're feeling like it's a lot, I recommend that you try it in bite-sized pieces. Pick just one thing, perhaps the easiest thing, like changing your banner, and do that. Check it off your list. Then pick the next thing that feels manageable and do that. I guarantee that once you get into it, you're going to feel a lot more energy and get more done than you ever expected. Like I said yesterday, your page doesn't have to be perfect, and there's no reason you can't start using LinkedIn for your job search right now. Another common fear that I hear from people is that you don't want your boss or colleagues to know you might be looking for something new, and you're afraid if you make any changes, they'll see it and get suspicious. Well, first of all, I'm really sorry you work in that kind of environment. The best employers want and even expect you to keep your profile up to date so you can be an ambassador for their business and your talents make them look good. But regardless, you don't need to worry about it because you can use LinkedIn's privacy features to make sure your changes aren't broadcast to the world. Today, I'm going to take you through those settings and show you how to be visible to recruiters too. Then I'm going to show you how to use a really cool feature on LinkedIn's job board to connect with people who can help you find out about more opportunities you're interested in. Finally, I'll give you some suggested language on what to say when you reach out. So here we are on my LinkedIn newsfeed. This is the page that will open when you go on to LinkedIn, and we're going to start with privacy settings, which you can find by looking for the small icon at the top right of your screen with a little picture of you. It says me, go to the down arrow, and then click on Settings and Privacy. So here we are in Settings and Privacy, and you're going to go to Visibility. Now, if you're poking around LinkedIn as much as I do for my clients, I prefer to use LinkedIn in an anonymous mode. And I really think this is the right choice for job hunters too. So you go into Profile Viewing Options here, and you make sure that you are viewing as an anonymous LinkedIn member. Now, there are a lot of other privacy choices here that you can look into and adjust according to your personal preferences. But the next most important thing for your job search is the visibility of your LinkedIn activity. Generally, as a job hunter, you really don't want people to see when you're active on LinkedIn. So I suggest that you set this to no one as long as you're job hunting, and you can always check it back, and you should once you are settled again. But for now, let's check this to just no one. The next most important setting is right here. Shared job changes, education changes, and work anniversaries. You want to be sure that this is set to no so that as you make changes to your profile, nobody is notified. So this should absolutely be set to no. The next thing we're going to do is go down on the left margin to data privacy. This is actually where LinkedIn keeps your job seeking preferences. Now, this can be very helpful depending on what you're looking for. It's again worth looking at all of these options, but I'm going to point out just a few that I think are especially useful. Under job application settings, you can decide how LinkedIn manages your applications. You can set it to on or off for your resumes and your answers to questions. You can always change this whenever you want. And this is also where you can upload your resume, which can be very helpful. Now, we're going to go back for a minute. And in this next setting here, you can share your profile with recruiters when you apply. And that can be very helpful as well. the next thing you want to look at is letting specific recruiters know if you're interested in their companies. You want to set that to yes, and then you can manage job alerts by choosing the companies that you're interested in. And you do this by putting the name of a company in here and then searching and managing those alerts. You can always turn those off anytime you want. But for now, what I want to do is show you that cool feature that's really helped a lot of people I know with their job search. So to use that function, again, you're going to click on the briefcase, and then you're going to fill in here a job that you're interested in. I put in business analytics in Greater Philadelphia. And this could be either a job you're interested in, a job title, it could be a skill, it could be an industry like healthcare. You can choose any location you wish or no location, since so many jobs are remote. Now, as you look down the list, I want you to notice that some places have connections. Here's connections with TE Connectivity, and it tells me 17 alumni. If I continue to scroll down, you'll see QVC, 7 alumni. And if I actually know somebody at one of these organizations, it will tell me that as well. One connection works at GlaxoSmithKline. I have 4 connections at Citibank. But let's go up just for now and look at the senior engagement leader at TE Connectivity. There are 17 alumni there. And if you click on that, these are alumni obviously from the University of Maryland, but the ones that will show up for you are those wherever you went to school. And now here we see the names of people that work at this organization. And this is really where the power of LinkedIn comes in handy. Let's say this organization looks interesting. Well, you can reach out to some of these folks. And I recommend beginning with people who are in roles related to what you're looking for. And then you can ask them if they'd be willing to chat. Now, you can do that by connecting on LinkedIn or by sending them a message. But even better is to email them at work, because that generally gets a better response. Now, I hear you saying, but Sarah, I don't have their email addresses. Well, I know you don't, but I'm going to show you how to find them. So let's see who we might like to connect with. Let's connect with Katie Raymond, a global integrated marketing manager at TE Connectivity. The way we're going to do that is to go to a site called Hunter.io. Hunter.io. You can see it up here in the address bar. And the name of this organization is TE Connectivity. And there it is. You recognize it. It's got the same logo as we saw on LinkedIn. So let's click there. Now, what you're going to notice is a couple of things. First of all, you can see that it lists a whole lot of people who work at TE Connectivity and their specific email addresses. But let's say the person that you're looking for isn't here. This is really valuable. What Hunter.io does is it identifies the most common email pattern, which in the case of this company is first name dot last name at te.com. So if you want to email Katie Raymond, you can be reasonably sure that her email is going to be katie.raymond@te.com. So your work for today is to make a names list. Look at some companies that you've targeted, use the technique I just showed you on LinkedIn, and make a list of names of people you want to reach out to, people who may be in roles that you're interested in, or people who may be working at companies that you've targeted. Be ambitious. Sit down and see how many names you can come up with just in an hour. How many people can you reach out to? And tomorrow, I am going to share with you exactly how to reach out to those people and what to say to them so they will be encouraged to help you out. Bye for now.